jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports, talking way too much, world come back sports.
Shout out to First in the Building, Mike on deck. You already know, man. Salute, fam. Salute to you. Carlos is in the building. WCS salute. Salute to you, Carlos. Sammy on deck. Yes, sir. What it do, man? Andrew Charles is in the building. Salute. Man, big shout out to the XO Factory, man. Been a minute since I seen you. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably been out there working, man, but shout out to the XO Factory on deck. OGWCS, what's good, big bro? I'm on deck. Yes, sir, indeed. Good to see you back, man. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we at the end of the year. And I guess with the lack of boxing content for some people, you know, they pretty much got to scrape the dumpsters. You know what I'm saying? You got certain things play out and you ask yourself, you know, why is this playing out the way it's playing out? It don't make any sense. It really don't make any sense. But look, I'm about to provide the listeners with another layer to WCS, right? I just don't come in here, you know, cooking with hot grease all the time. But, you know, the real ones know that I have ventured out on the front lines. You know, before I even did this YouTube shit, I was out there on the front lines doing what I do, right? But my main purpose of the live stream today is to address someone who didn't address me. I always look at it like, you know, it don't matter what you do. You know, I always talk about my people. You know what I'm saying? I'll never disassociate myself with my people. I'm saying in a sense to separate myself as if I'm not black. I'm black to this day. You know what I'm saying? I was born that way. I'm black. I love my people. But sometimes my people can be a bit annoying the way they go about handling business and listen to folk. For those of you that have been paying attention, what did I tell you about black people? They can listen to somebody and that somebody can tell them a straight up lie. And they'll run with that lie as if they heard it right from you. You know what I'm saying? They'll run with that lie as if they heard it right from you. If they overheard you saying it or heard you say it, that is the Achilles heel of my people. Especially in this boxing game, you have individuals that want to click up all the time. And they want to find any little way to hate on you. They want to find any old way to say some belligerent type shit about you. Any way to denigrate you. Any way to create some lies, and, you know, fabricate any type of damn negative situation. And if they can, they'll go to other boxers who may fuck with you and pass the word and say, oh, I don't fuck with him. He this, that, and the other. You know, my people love calling each other bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. In this particular scenario, I'm going to explain to you the protocol and procedures that let you know that communication is out the window. When you have individuals that for some type of way, they want to hold you accountable for something you can't account for. That is significant, man. I say this all the time. Somebody trying to hold you accountable for something you can't account for because somebody else has told them something that made them feel the way they feel. It may have been something that happened to them, but yet I'm up here doing what I'm supposed to do in the boxing game, and that particular individual go over there and start talking and tell me, oh man, so and so fucked up. I hear it. It's people that have told me, man, I go to these fights. That's what I love about these fights. People tell you some shit that people don't say about you. And I say, that's funny. I never even met them. That's funny. They will tell you that because I never even met them. And then they'll tell you somebody that said something about you. And I say, well, you want to know the reason that person said what they said? It's because of this. And they whole demeanor change. Oh, I've been thinking this. I say, bro, that's not the case. They sit up there and lied to your face because they felt they can be believable. But yet the only thing they was doing is trying to tear down, you know what I'm saying? They want to tear down some avenues, some bridges that I built. They want to burn those bridges down, man. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to come back to that bridge and find out it no longer existed because they felt the need to go up there and talk some bullshit. When I heard Brian Norman Sr. up there saying shit in the Vegas Strip, I said, how in the heck I could be in the A where he's currently residing, and he's all the way over there in Vegas saying something about me, and then he give me the courtesy. Let me go back a little bit, not like I did this morning, but when the Gervonta Davis sparring freaking went off, I was bigging up Brian Norman and said it was legendary and all that. I still to this day say it was a legendary sparring session. How did it all go wrong? Like, how did this all go left for someone to be from my hometown? They're all the way in Vegas after his son fought. And instead of him pretty much keeping alive strictly on Norman's Jr., he want to talk about people that don't know shit that he don't fuck with. Okay, let me try to dichotomize what you was trying to say. You was trying to say Timothy Bradley, Michaela Mayer, they're boxers. They know about boxing, but they don't know what the fuck they talking about, right? But when it came to myself and Shaw News, I could have sworn that Norman Sr. said he don't fuck with us. And I say to myself, I just was at the gym. What happened between the time I went to the gym to now? Even though I did get the feeling that them two was acting funny towards me, but that wasn't the first time they took shots at me. I still, being the person I am, I still try to cover when I can cover. Don't nobody ask you. Talking about you're talking about like a person who instinctively would get the vibe, and I will assess the whole situation. I will play it out. I will process it as to why it's going down. I can put all the pieces together. I can understand when it initially happened. You know what I'm saying? I can go back. It just bing, bing, bing. It just pings everything. Oh, I remember when this was going on. I can understand what they feel about this. And there's nothing that Scotty did to them. When you have people that you are covering in boxing, then other people feel some type of way. If I'm covering a fighter and someone comes up to you and they're a boxer and they won't work with a fighter and they coming to you, the media guy, then that right there tells you that they don't respect what you're doing, because everybody has social media, and Norman Sr. has made it perfectly clear to everyone that he knows how to use it. You know how to use it, brother. I have did absolutely nothing to this man. I even used his towing service before. You know what I'm saying? When I was in my previous location, I gave Brian Norman the utmost respect in his sparring, but all of a sudden, in Vegas, he's saying he don't fuck with me. He don't fuck with Shaw. I don't even know how me and Shaw, who stay in two different locations, are even in the same equation. Now that is some double-handed type shit right there. Like, I don't want to hear no one come up here and try to speak this. Oh man, you just over. No, I'm not. You know why? Because I look at it like this. He got my number because he just gave my number to Mark Nash. without even calling me and asking me, did I want Mark to have my number? He gave Mark Nash my number. It wasn't that serious. Not only that, I just went up to the gym and tried to cover. I can understand they wasn't fucking with me. I get it. For whatever reason, I have no idea. But when you talk about some type of code, when somebody, has the number and they stay right there, and you pretty much understand, like, no, that person, I ain't did nothing to that person. That person should be good to go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing to him. And then you get grouped with another media frontliner, and you asking yourself, like what the hell is going on? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A side official, no negotiation needed, period. I appreciate y'all, man. So the code is broken when someone gets on live, because social media, wow, is that not the handkerchief of communication? You know how handkerchief can be so dirty? You ever ask yourself, when mothers blow their nose in the handkerchief and put it back in their pocket, what the hell they doing? But anyway, Norman Sr. goes on live in Vegas, bro. He goes on live in Vegas. I'm saying to myself, I'm here in Atlanta, bro. I'm right where you stay. How are you in Vegas bringing up my name? I'm just curious. So if you go to my live, all I said was that the fight was mediocre or whatever. I don't know. I mean, looked at my live a second time. I just criticized, because if I'm not the only one criticizing the fight, then how am I wrong? So he was on the Vegas Strip trying to convince people that he didn't fuck with me. And I'm saying to myself, how can you not fuck with me when I just saw you at the gym? Dude, you should have told me right then, hey, I don't want you interviewing my son no more. Don't fuck with him. I'm going to fuck with Mark Nash. All right, cool. I would have stepped off. I would have said, all right, cool. Some more it be. I would have stepped off. But, I'm up there trying to do this, trying to do that. I said, okay, I got it. I see what's going on. I get it. All right, cool. For whatever in the day, shit done changed. So all of a sudden, my name is being mentioned on the Vegas Strip. World Combat Sports. He said, I think World Combat Sports. Now, if you don't know for a fact and you say you think, why are you mentioning my name to say you don't fuck with me? Why are you putting that out to the people, bro? Why would you disrespect me like that, man? Like, what's going on with y'all niggas, man? Why would you disrespect me like that, man? We straight out the deck. We in the own backyard. And like I said before, people told me it's going to be people down here in Georgia when it comes to this boxing game, man, for some reason, they're going to find a reason to hate. And they weren't motherfucking lying. You try to support a lot of these fighters down here. And it's always, oh, man, hey, so-and-so dealt with them. So-and-so dealt with this. It's always something to deter them from staying true. Like, you shouldn't have to do a whole lot except what your job consists of. What's your area of responsibility? But you said you didn't fuck with me. You put up there and said I was a ship jumper. I was a ship jumper. The only good part about what you said on the strip is that you put me in the company of a Hall of Famer, world champion, Michaela Mayer, and then Shaw News, who happened to be one of the frontliners that I go up here and cover this fight, these fights with sometime, right? The good thing about this whole situation is that I've been on a ship before. Ship jumping definition consists of used to describe people who switch sides. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you wasn't feeling like this just at that moment on the Vegas Strip. No, you've been feeling like this for a while. So in order for somebody to characterize me as a ship jumper, you had to have a reason as to why, or a moment that you have to, grab a hold to say I was a ship jumper. Now, the odd part about that contradiction is, what did I jump from? We're not talking about physically from a ship. I'm talking about the side. Are you trying to tell me, once again, you all are holding me accountable for something that I can't account for? I get it. Okay. So once again, we have black people stomping on black people, and we supposed to sit there and let you stomp on it. I've been here before. Where when I was covering some fighters down here, word was going around that I was over there covering this fighter. And of course I was with Top Rank. I was over there at Top Rank, and I was doing what I was supposed to do. Of course, people was getting word that, yeah, so-and-so's over here. Yeah, what I'm saying? That shit wasn't free. But the hard work, I love the hard work. But what side did I did I leave Brian Norman's side? I thought I wasn't on the side to begin with. How can I be jumping ship when I told you all in the interview that I wanted to be the one to get you and Quentin Randall on at the same time? The next day, Mark Nash is putting it on. Was that coincidence? I don't know. I'm not trying to figure it out. There's no need for me to troubleshoot it, but I did put it in the interview. So I guess that was y'all way of saying, yeah, we're gonna jump on Mark Nash's channel tomorrow, and just put it in his face. Okay, cool. I got it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I got it. I talked to Mark Nash about it, and I told him the same thing. You know what I'm saying? People trying to sell wolf tickets and everything like that. No, don't sell wolf tickets to me. I know what I said in the interview. But when you put it out to the public that I'm a ship jumper, so you trying to tell me I was supporting Brian Norman, and all of a sudden I was supported Quinn? Because if you are, then I have to go to the archives and pull the receipts of when I was covering the Triller fight down here, and I was conducting interviews with the fighters on the Triller card, and Quentin Randall was one of those fighters. Was I jumping ship then when I was on the front line covering these Triller fighters that was gonna be there? Was I a ship jumper then? Or ship jumping doesn't really play? It doesn't have any type of effectiveness unless it deals with a fighter that's out the ATL. Is that what it is? Oh, let's go to another incident. So if we're talking about ship jumping, because I've interviewed Quentin back in the day, right? So if we're talking about connecting the dots again, right? Because I'm gonna open up another layer to WCS. I'm gonna let y'all see some shit, right? So we're talking about doing what is right when it comes to media, a platform that really doesn't have a standard operating procedure. You just have to get in where you fit in, right? So we had the situation that just happened this past weekend with Norman Jr. and Quentin going in there and stinking the place up. All right. So I wasn't the only one. I don't see them getting mad at Tessitore when he was talking about how boring it was and all this other stuff. I didn't hear them getting all flaming hot and going on the strip and saying F him and F that. I didn't see you all really going to the higher ups of Top Rank and talking shit about them. Next, WCS, right, is out again in the field doing work. I get blamed for not supporting a fighter that's coming out the ATL, which I didn't even know I didn't know he was on the card. He was fighting Jahad Tucker. Now, granted, I covered Jahad Tucker before that. You know what I'm saying? I covered Jahad Tucker before that. I didn't quite understand what was the big deal, because I was going out there to cover the fight card, but I didn't know this guy. I didn't have no problem with it. Come to find out, he said I saw him one time when he was at another gym. Cool dude, and my professionalism, I end up interviewing him, period. And shout out to Vic, You know what I'm saying? He was up there. I didn't even know they was fighting. I wasn't even paying attention, none of that, to who he was fighting, right? So he goes in there and stop the fighter, right? I guess I did something wrong by reporting on it. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I had people that I've covered in the past, you know what I'm saying? People that I covered in the past that felt that, oh, well, Scotty's not covering fighters out the ATL. I say, damn, I done covered so many fighters out the ATL is possibly as best as I possibly can. And I'm going to dive into that too. So I'm saying, damn, this fight I didn't know. I ended up shooting the fight. You know what I'm saying? Extremely good fight. Jihad showed out and ended up getting a stoppage. What does a stoppage have to do with me, though? I wasn't in there fighting. How can somebody get mad because I'm covering a fight outside my state that they didn't have anything to pay for? They didn't help me. They didn't donate. They ain't never hardly been to my channel, period. So I hear people talking that, well, yeah. And first of all, who are they to dictate what I do on my freaking channel? These people up here trying to dictate what you're supposed to do on your channel. They don't even fuck with your channel. Ain't that a fucked up individual? They'll sit up here and try to tell people, oh, what you should do on your channel, but they ain't fucking with your channel. You don't see them in the chat. They don't support you. What the fuck are you talking about? Mind your freaking business, right? So I get up there and, I'm shooting the card. I'm shooting the whole card. I get out. It's a full-blown war going on with Senior and freaking Team Tucker. How in the hell does that go down like that? Once again, I didn't have no idea the shit was going on. But all of a sudden, man, it's goddamn conflict. The same name. Norman Senior up here going at freaking Team Tucker. Why? What's the point? I don't see any connection as to why at that point in time y'all should have been going. But I get it though. I get it. We had some people from ATL. This was told to me, right? He had some people from ATL that was trying to push a fight for Norman Jr. and Jihad Tucker. This is people that kind of broke the shit down as to why the shit was popping off the way it did. This is not the ones over in NYC. No, these is people that communicate with me, that know the situation. This shit was popping off, and I'm saying to myself, I didn't even know what was going on until Shaw hit me up. I said, "What? How did that even? What the fuck?" I'm saying, "What is this about? Like, how did that even go? Y'all live in two different places, right?" So I get tagged along in that because I'm there covering Jihad, right? So come to find out, it was people up here trying to push Norman Jr. and Jihad Tucker. Why? Because Jihad Tucker came down here to Atlanta. This is people telling me shit, right? And they wanted some sparring. So the only tough sparring, because that's what they like, the only tough sparring that's in his weight class now, that I had communication with, the same number, I got the number, was Brian Norman Jr. Now look, I'm doing media on Team Tucker when they down here. I'm doing media. They let me into their quarters to do media, boxing media. They come down to my backyard and granted me access to cover Jihad Tucker. I haven't been into a lot of these cats' homes, but shit, I was let into their home. Thanks, Team Tucker. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the hospitality. They let me in the home and let me interview Jihad Tucker. Let me interview the family. Get some footage and all that. They said they want some sparring. I called, linked up the sparring with Norman Senior, and that's what it was. We came to the gym, and they had some good sparring. Like I said earlier, they didn't care. Either father didn't care if the sparring was recorded. Once again, I repeat, we're talking about Jihad Tucker, and this before he even had 10 wins, 9 wins. This before he even had 9 wins or whatever. He goes in there and spar Norman Jr. and both of them didn't have no problem with it being recorded. I get the footage and I send it to Shaw News. I didn't even put it out. You have to think of maturity aspect, professionalism in this shit. Even though I could have put the sparring out, for what? It's his fighter. It's Team Tuck at the end of the day. They should get first dibs. Even though I helped set up the sparring and make the phone calls, that's their fighter. That's their freaking fighter. People don't understand the professionalism when it goes into shit, bro. I gave him the sparring footage. Look, he didn't even put it out. Now, granted, now people are going to speculate, oh, why you won't put the footage out? Nobody's going to put the footage out for the pleasure of just the ones that don't even support the fighters. Just because you want to see some sparring. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see the sparring, why don't you go over there and talk to Shaw News? Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. So I got the sparring set up for Jihad to come down here. Whatever, Norman thought he couldn't pronounce his name correctly, didn't know the kid or whatever. After the fight with the fighter from Atlanta, it's a full-blown back and forth social media war going on IG, which I knew nothing about. But see, this is stemming all from the build-up. You know what I'm saying? All petty shit. I'm talking about petty shit, bro. Petty shit that don't have anything conducive or productive to do with covering the sport of boxing. This shit don't make no motherfucking sense. You go here, you get the spar, and they see Jihad's on TV since day one. The man came in there 0-0. You see Jihad Tucker, right? Like I said before, that's Shaw News, his father, Coach Terry. That's their fighter. That's their team. When I'm there covering them, I'm covering for Jihad Tucker first and the team. Okay, that's my whole point. Just like I covered Williams, I was there to cover Michael Williams Jr. and the team. That was what I was there to do. That's what I did. So therefore, when I'm looking at this shit, right, I'm getting the buzz. I get people talking to me. I say, bro, this and this, they telling me this, and I said, what? So look, the shots have been taken at me when, you can't imagine when the stuff that happened out there, at the MSG with John Bowser and shit, all the other stuff that was behind the scenes and people, was laughing and taking shots at me, right? And I said to myself, okay, why are you linking me up to him as if I could have stopped the process? I was up there in the rafters. I was shooting the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing. I was working while people was on social media making laughing and all that. You know what I'm saying? Being goofy. They don't attend fights. Yeah, I'm talking to you, knockdown pager. You was one of them that was on live, but this is not about you. And then you get to a point where, okay, they take a shot at you for that. They take a shot at Jihad coming down here and sparring Norman. Then I didn't put the shit out now. Then it gets to a point where he fights a fighter out of ATL, stops him, right? Boom. I guess it's a problem with that. And then come to find out, I'm getting word that the whole plan is for Norman Jr. to fight Jihad Tucker. That's what I'm being told. They on the hunt for Jihad Tucker. I didn't get in the middle of it, but I heard people was telling me. So all of a sudden, you get the sham of so-and-so going to BLK Prime. That shit didn't work out. We know that was baloney, you know what I'm saying, with extra baloney to begin with. That shit didn't pan out. And then you take it back to when he initially signed. I had asked, no information could be given. I said, all right, cool. I'll just wait till the news break. I couldn't, jumping ship. I was up here trying to find out what was the big news, because they was talking about, oh, I'm gonna parade him around and talking about, oh, I went looking for this. Just messy. You know what I'm saying? Just no. I knew that shit wasn't gonna pan out to anything. know what I'm saying? I look long and hard for Brian Norman Jr. All you had to do is come down to the A. That was the start. They didn't do nothing with him. Then come to find out, he gets out of his situation that he was in with management. He signs with somebody else, which I was happy for him. I was talking to his pops and all that. I said, good. You know, he get to go up here and let his wings. But I didn't know the situation with Top Rank. Come to find out, he's going over there to Top Rank. So I'm getting word that he want to fight Jihad Tuck because they sparred already. He feels that, you know, he don't have no power. Oh, okay. So it's people that you can communicate with. If you feel Jihad don't have no power, then guess what? All you have to do is get in contact with his people. You know, I keep saying this, like, that's all you have to do. Why is the shit filtering to me? Why am I getting, you know, like the disclaimers? Why am I getting the disclaimers, dog? I shouldn't be getting any disclaimers. You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting disclaimers? I'm trying to sit up here and cover the sport of boxing. I'm just saying, I'm trying to cover the sport of boxing. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do all this rah shit all the time. I'm trying to go there and cover the sport of boxing while I can. And if I'm allowed to be a part of promotion and cover their fight cards, then that's what the F I'm trying to do. Not all this back and forth shit. Now, coming full circle this situation, hey y'all, this been brewing for quite some time. It wasn't just Norman Sr. and Junior feeling some type of way. It's other people that was saying shit about me because they felt some type of way about me doing my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit don't stop. I know exactly who they are. You know what I'm saying? People talk all the time about people talking behind your back and shit. You know what I'm saying? But to be in Vegas and talking about you don't fuck with, and you mention World Combat Sports, how are you grouping? Look, this is what I can't get. You put a post out talking about you don't have no problem with your high, but you're grouping me and Shaw News together. So I'm trying to figure out, how are you grouping us together when he helped Jihad get signed? Oh, my fault, because I helped cover Jihad on several occasions. I helped cover the team, right? Let's not forget the team. I helped cover the team on several occasions. So when I was out there getting no funding for nobody in the ATL and I was doing my thing, all of a sudden I'm still pissing people off. That is just simply stupidity at its best. How can I piss somebody off when you have one of the third fight on a newly signed promotion? And shout out to Top Rank, man. You have a third fight, I believe, on Top Rank, and other people has been criticizing your performances. You went on here and said you had a situation going on with your hand and stuff like that. You don't hear me out in this motherfucker saying shit. I didn't say a motherfucking thing about excuses. I didn't say shit publicly about nothing. But all of a sudden, this fight take place with Quentin calling you out. Y'all want to jump on board with the guy who supposedly made it all happen, Shaw News. Somehow there's a problem. We're not talking about fighters that's in the ranking system. We're talking about a fighter in Quentin who was calling them out. Now, the funny part about it, everything that Quentin was saying about freaking Brian Norman, I didn't see him getting all hurt. And I don't know what his DMs look like. But let me explain to you what my DM looked like. 2:00 in the morning, he says, I know you thought dude was going to beat me. But it's all right, player. I appreciate you in the past, but I see you. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is 2-something in the morning. I'm like, dude, you just won a 10-round fight and improved to 26-0, I believe. You just improved to 26-0, but you leaving that to me at 2 o'clock in the morning? But it's all right, player. I appreciate you in the past. No, you didn't appreciate me, bro. You didn't appreciate me at all. I get it. You didn't appreciate me at all. But let me go to this other one right quick. Let me go to a receipt right quick, y'all. This is how I'm going to tell you Norman Jr. is on some bullshit. You on some bullshit, Norman Jr. And, I always said that, you was a quiet, respectful dude or whatever, but you're going to sit up here and try to tell me some shit that you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Check this out. And somebody dropped to me in my DMs. He say, well, that's actually not true, LOL. You keep saying Norman was going to knock him out. You keep saying Randall can't handle that power, and how you seen Norman spar in the hoodie and all that. Mark Nash probably tried to tell Norman some lies. Who the fuck would have told him some shit like that? You swore Randall wasn't going to be able to handle Norman's because Norman was a younger Georgia Bull. How in the fuck did Norman Jr. come up with this shit right here? I know you thought dude was going to beat me. And then you have other people saying, what the fuck is Norman Jr. talking about? This shit don't make no fucking sense, y'all. People up here listening to people and they're being misguided. Their thought process is being distorted. Look what I left them. What you talking about now, Junior? How is Scotty your targeted presidents at 2 a.m.? I'm going to hit you up, shawty. Stop listening to dope heads and crack fiends. You know what I'm saying? Use this dope fiends and crackheads, but you know me. Dope heads and crack fiends hating on me. All that was to say, what you believe is normal isn't normal. You know what I'm saying? What you believe that you hearing and whoever's that's lying to you, it's unfortunate for you that you believe in stuff like that because the shit's not true. The shit's not true. I have several receipts, but when people are up here and saying that Timothy Bradley, Quick Draw, Showtime Shaw, Barry Fight Game, and shout out to Barry Richardson. That's his coach. That's another trainer, coach at World Combat Sports, and Mark Nash. My son did what he had to do. The rest was personal shit that y'all and don't understand. Personal shit that y'all heard and don't understand. What personal shit? I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking. He talking about. Like, all this shit is going on in the AM. I have no idea why you all are not trying to just talk about his performance and what was going on with him. You out here going to war with people and talking about you don't fuck with people. Man, why are you so eager to sit up here and try to pick people, try to grab hold of people to start up a war to deflect attention off the performance that happened between your son and Randall? I don't get it, bro. I don't had this shit, back and forth with y'all just finding it easy to, reach out and grab something and try to say, oh, it's easy for Scotty. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to accuse him of this. Easy. How? If you ain't fucking with me, you ain't fucking with me, bro. Stop pretending that you fucking with me. Because I showed y'all nothing but respect when I went over there to the gym. But now all of a sudden, it's who I cover outside Georgia. And all of a sudden, y'all was trying to build up a rivalry with Jahad Tucker. Still build it up. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to be held accountable for something I ain't accountable for. It goes on to say, my son then did what he had to do. The rest was personal shit that y'all heard and don't understand. Another victory, another stepping stone. You had no idea what the situation was. I did my part, and he did, and he did his. I suppose the best of his abilities at the time. Congratulations again. So proud. So listen. If I'm proud of my son, I don't have to let people know I'm proud of my son. Me being proud is me being proud 101 mano a mano to my son. I don't care what anybody else think. You know what I'm saying? I'm being proud of my son. I don't need to put that in social media. If my son was boxing and I was proud of him, I'll say, hey, to his face, I'm proud of you, son. You know, regardless, you're gonna have some bad performances. We look forward to the next. That's the only place I can go with that shit. But to sit up here and distract and bring in Timothy Bradley and Mayer, who had a close connection with Quinn Randall when it comes to the Olympics. Come on, man. You're very selective on who you want to drag into the aftermath of your son having a mediocre performance. Not once did you hear WCS say that he couldn't motherfucking fight. Not once have you heard me retract anything I said about him in the past. His performances is his performances. But the coward thing I see is just the whole point of if Norman had some issues with cardio or he was hurt in a fight, that's him. That has nothing to do with WCS. That's him. That's him going in there and fight. That don't have shit to do with me. Why didn't this come up any quicker than this? Why didn't somebody bring this up? Why wasn't the other fight where he was banging out and was caught by a punch? And he was obviously hurt. Why didn't my name come up then? Why didn't Shaw News' name come up then? Why didn't it come up then, bro? Shit ain't adding up as to why this I don't fuck with you shit. When I hear cats say they don't fuck with nobody now, I need to know a reason now. Why something didn't come up when Norman was hurt in a previous fight? Why my name didn't come up then and use as a pin cushion? Oh, the WCS, he didn't say enough on the fight. He didn't get, but y'all don't fuck with me though. That's been that way for a while. It's been that way for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I go off my instincts, man. I never look. I'm never going to second guess my instinct on what I believe and what people tell me in my process of due diligence of finding out how true and valid it is. You know what I'm saying? Because people talk. But I don't go back and say, oh, so-and-so told me that. People talk, though. But how are we supposed to know what's going on with your son personally? I can't find it out because I can't get the interviews. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to the gym to get the interviews. You know what I'm saying? I had to go there and to the gym to get the interviews. And then when I was there recording with the phone, they're singing, you kept walking in front of my video. That was another sign. I was like, okay, I'm in their gym, you know what I'm saying? Where they train at, it's all good, you know what I'm saying? That never happened before, but I guess now, you know, they ain't fucking with me. So I'm goddamn recording. I had to stop recording, trying to figure out. So I said, all right, cool. It's all good. It's all good. I sense the vibe. Then, you know, do the interview. You tell me don't put the sparring out there. And you know, as many gyms as I've been in, why would I put the sparring out there? He wasn't sparring nobody. He wasn't sparring anybody that was stepping in the ring with anybody that I know. Like it wasn't a Javante Davis that he was in there with. It wasn't a Jihad Tucker that he was in there with. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a Boots Ennis he was in there with. To say don't put the sparring out there was just another way to say, you know, yeah, you came over here and I'm in control of shit. Don't put it out. I could have put it out. Why? I didn't even put out the sparring of Jihad Tucker and freaking Norman Jr. I didn't even put that shit out. And both of y'all agreed to say, I don't care if it's put out there. I don't get where all this shit is coming from. I'm puzzled. This shit is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? This shit is beyond me. Y'all look at the receipts yourself. And check this out. I even, you know, try to hit you up there, Junior, on the audio call. I tried to hit you up on the audio call. I couldn't even get through on the audio call. This is the blasphemy that be going on behind the scenes when you really be out there, you know, trying to do your job, not make every fighter happy, but to go out there and let your work speak for itself. That's my motto. Let your work ethic speak for yourself. I'm not out here. That's impossible. to please these fighters. I totally understand the combat game. These fighters are getting punched in the head, and they switch up personalities periodically. So you won't get the same fighter here and there. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand and respect that. But when people just up here making up shit, and then they want to put you on front, how the fuck am I all the way in Georgia? I have somebody freaking hitting me up, and you're not hitting up top ranked brass. You're not hitting up the commentator that was up here talking and criticizing the performance value. That's some weak ass shit, bro. That's some weak ass shit right there. For real. How are you coming at a person that's not boxing, a media outlet, and you feel some type of way about me? What again? The criticism I gave, just like everything, I kept it light. So I'm switching up. What am I supposed to do? Go up here? Oh, I get it. So I'm supposed to go up here and say, hey man, Norman dominated Quentin Randall. Junior Grant, he dominated. Yeah, he did. Oh, so people can say I'm dick riding because that wasn't what the performance displayed to the consumers who paid their money to see it and the millions watching. Is that what it is? I'm supposed to sit up there and just all of a sudden kiss ass. I'm supposed to kiss ass with people who not fucking with me. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to kiss ass with people that's not fucking with me. I truly feel some type of way, man. Like I never would have thought these two cats right here would be on this Vegas Strip and talking about you ain't fucking with me and you got my number. Like if you weren't fucking with me like that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why put it out on a live though? And why include me with Shot News? And we're two different media segues in the sport of boxing. We are considered the smaller channels that cover the big fights. Right? We cover the big fights. We do more than most. But you know the crazy part about it, you would get individuals that don't fuck with the channel, but they'll get the link and they'll send it to these individuals just to be shit starters. You know what I'm saying? Instigators. That's what they want to do, bro. They want to be shit starters and instigators. I couldn't for the life of me. I'm talking to some people. I say, bro, do you know? Like, I couldn't fathom this shit. Like, what are we talking about? I'm out there covering Tucker. I didn't hear shit about nobody from Atlanta, having an issue until he fought a fighter from Atlanta. And then all of a sudden, it's an all-out social media war. I'm like, what? Look, when I tell you I didn't know about the shit, I walked all the way from the arena back to the motherfucking room. I didn't know the shit was going on. And the crazy part about it, Shaw News didn't even tell me the shit was going on. I did not know the shit was going on. I say, so how did this rumbling start to boil over? Like I couldn't understand. I'm like, what the fuck, dog? This shit has to stop. Like, how can you get on live and say you don't fuck with me? Now I know some people, there's content creators, certain individuals, they say that I can understand why they're saying what they're saying. But I didn't see this coming. I felt it. I knew what I've been told. Certain people being snakes, you know what I'm saying? And telling people different shit that's lies, but all because they feel some type of way about something you didn't do for them. Let me get to the motherfucking chat, man. Shout out to Dr. Paul on deck, man. Squad Jones on deck, Andrew Charles. Dr. Paul, salute to you and the missus, man. Hope all is well. Do you think this has anything to do with people talking about him freezing up in the corner on the camera? I'm just asking. I'm sure he's seeing what people are saying. So peep this out. Andrew, good question, right? Peep this out though. I didn't even mention anything about him in the corner and doing what he said what he said. I mean, this is not even topic of discussion. The topic, what I'm saying, Andrew, like the topic of discussion to me is like what led up to saying, "Damn, I ain't fucking with WCS like World Combat Sport." I think he ship jumping too, like, and then he turned around and said, "I ain't fucking with him." I'm like, what? This is deeper. I think this has to do a lot with them having an alliance with Team Ennis and my criticism, as far as Boots Ennis's resume. Yeah, it's a whole web of lies that's dealing with this whole alliance shit. And I'm like, look how WCS is about to break this shit down, right? I'm saying to myself, Shaw News, right? I said, how can they feel some type of way about me covering Jahad Tucker over there in NYC outside the grid square of Georgia when they have built an alliance with Team Ennis over there who was up here hating on Errol Spence? I didn't have no problem with them. They do what they want to do. They gave YSM, all the exclusives about the sparring or whatever. And it's only one freaking content creator that was there. And that was me. You think I was up here saying, well, World Combat Sports was the one who was there. But no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? I was the one who seen all the sparring session. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hot Rod. I appreciate you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hot Rod. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Maybach Hot. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, brother, for linking that all up for me. And I'm sitting up there like, I didn't say anything about what was being said in the corner. I'm just looking at the shit like the performance of it. How can my name look? Let me get back to what I was saying. How can people be mad from ATL that they see me up here supporting Team Tucker, but yet Team Norman has built an alliance, and that's why they betted against Crawford in the fight and lost all that money. They per se what they said or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They was up there, just betting for Errol Spence just to be betting, because the whole gym over there is anti-Crawford. How does that work? Isn't that contradicting? You're over here in Philly building up a rapport and relationship with the Philly fighter in Ennis, who Jahaz only sparred once, right? So what did I do wrong? Because I'm sitting over here covering the fight card, and y'all coming over here to get work with a Philly fighter, IBF world champion, Boots Ennis. How is this? Oh, well, y'all ain't fucking with me now because y'all having a alliance. Hold on for a second. But that was my thing, right? Like, I'm looking at this whole situation. I'm like, hey, y'all have built an alliance with the fighter that's out the ATL, that's out of the ATL grid square. He's in Philly. You feel me? So I'm saying to myself, like, is this a Crawford Ennis type deal? This is the lines? Because if it is, it's not nothing that I have to care about. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit that happens like that. You know, I can't stop how people feel or what alliance they have with certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? I can't stop none of that shit, bro. That's too much for me. I can't stop none of that shit, bro. You know, people up here lying on my name and then, you know, come up here and I get the treatment. They're talking about, you know, World Combat Sports is you ain't fucking with me. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? What? Look. How, bro? This shit don't make no sense, bro. I'm in bed, bro, with bags of goodies. My thing is, who would told Norman, you ain't think he was gonna win? Everybody on boxing Twitter felt that was the worst fight of the night outside of the main event. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. But when it boils down to it, I was like, I'm up here telling people, I say, goddamn, Norman Jr. is a young motherfucking bull, man. You got an older cat and Randall. It don't matter. Look, it doesn't matter what you've been through in life. I get it. You're incarcerated, but age to a young bull, a cockstrong bull, or you're gonna get touched up sooner or later. I was giving it 3 rounds. I was giving it 3 to 4 rounds that I thought that Randall was gonna get touched. I didn't see the fight going the way it did. I didn't see it. I thought freaking Norman was gonna knock him out. I thought he was knocking him out. And then I get this shit on IG talking about, look, we're talking about who has the most knockouts. Come on, man. Who has the less fights? Who has the most fights? I've seen, look, every time I done seen Norman out here sparring, what did I say, people? He ain't fucking around. He over there, don't bother him. It's like he's about to step in the ring, go to war, right? That's what I said. People that done heard me talk about the shit. I said, that dude ain't nothing to mess with for sparring. You know what I'm saying? He's the same way, boom. He's locked in. That's what it is. And then I'm jumping ship. Oh my God, bro. Oh man, that shit crazy, dog. Yes, that's the Norman's got the win to be upset. Any media shows soft skin. I saw Senior tell Junior several times during the fight. He said, knock him out, but figure it out. Those instructions are mediocre at best. Hey, shout out to Samar Warren on deck, man. Hey man, I'm like, I didn't even say shit like that. Like, come on, bro. Man, come on, man. I didn't even say shit like that. Samar, you know what I'm saying? This shit definitely came out left field. Left field like a motherfucker, dog. I mean, god damn. How can I saying, hey, when a nigga tell me they ain't fucking with me, they ain't fucking with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I take that shit. You know, black people, you know, we get them sayings. The bitch ass nigga, you ain't a bitch ass nigga and ain't fucking with you. It's the same damn thing. Period. You know what I'm saying? Them shit go hand in hand. They said Shakur run miles just like Charlo. I haven't even got to Shakur Stevenson. I was up here speaking what I'm speaking on, man. Let me help y'all understand some things, right? You look at the numbers in this chat and people brag about hundreds, 150, 200, and they talk the way they talk and say what they say, okay? But I want y'all to understand something. I'm about to take you to a place that I ain't never went to on live. I'm just going to show you, okay, what I do when I'm out working a fight card. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing you what I do. This is not going to be long. I'm just showing you a little bit of what I do when I'm out there. I'm not out there bullshitting, trying to goddamn wait and go to the concession stand and get drunk while I'm on duty. No, I'm working. I'm working. Okay? Peep this out, y'all. Let's get down to it. I want to show y'all something. And it's not to bring in more subscribers or you know, to get people to understand. Like, I'm just puzzled. Like, no matter how much work you do for these fighters, and they see the work, right? It's always somebody else that really don't give a damn to take a look at your work, and you have moments like that. I mean, moments like this. It don't make any sense at all. So peep this out. Look, take a look at this shit, though. Take a look at this. This guy right here, this is me down in Florida. That's Lorenzo Hunt, the juggernaut. That's before he went to BKFC. That's the open workout in Florida, bro. I'm just telling you that he's became two-weight world champion. Shout out to Lorenzo Hunt, one of the most lethal strikers in bare knuckle fighting, period. And that was his open workout right there. You know what I'm saying? That's an open workout, bro. You don't see any of these other, YouTubers or content creators there. Okay. That's how I was moving. Look at this shit right here, man. That's Carlo Jackson, the WBC Intercontinental title. We did a photo shoot, down at what's the place? Atlantic Station. You know what I'm saying? I told him, let's go down and do, a photo shoot down there, man. And this is before I really became good with editing. Look at these pictures. This is my Facebook, y'all. Look at this. Look at this now. Shout out to Josh Greer. Don't blink. Shout out to Joshua Greer. Don't blink. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Chi-Town, Chicago. Mr. ESPN again. You know what I'm saying? Peep this out. I'm not going to go picture the picture. Shout out to the man himself, man. Michael Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Randall. You know what I'm saying? That's when I drove up to Cincinnati for the Golden Glove. Shout out to them. Great time, man. Rashee Warren, you know what I'm saying? Baby Pitt, he's the one that's in charge of that. But that's the late Michael Stafford right there. This is what I'm saying. This is shit I be on. This is the shit I be on, bro. Y'all know who that is, right? Come on, man. Y'all know who that is, right? Look, this is me shooting ringside, man. I'm just putting in work. Check this out. Abdullah Mason. Just getting the angles. Y'all know who he is, right? He just fought on the Radai card. Y'all know who this guy is. He just knocked out the guy on the heavyweight Radai card over there in the sand. Yeah. Yeah, he did the same thing on that night too. Tiger Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Look, Tiger Johnson bloody. I mean, not Tiger Johnson. That's Tiger Johnson right there. His opponent was bloody. Look at all these pics. This is my Facebook, y'all. Team Jahad Tucker, Shot News. You know what I'm saying? One of the most dangerous fighters in the game right there. You know what I'm saying? He will get his time. Look at this. Robert Easter. Look at Jared Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Getting greased up by the legend himself, Stitch Duran. A lot of people don't want to see this shit. This is what I be doing. This is all the stuff. Look at Mo Millions. Mo Millions, this is in Rock Hill, y'all. This is in Rock Hill. Mo Millions is down here where I'm at. I am seeing Mo Millions in a while before this fight. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the only fight. I covered another fight of his at Buckhead Fight Club. But this is in Rock Hill, bro. This is in Rock Hill. Same respect, man. He's out of the ATL and he was on the fight card up in Rock Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are these cats be talking about, bro? Are these fighters that you know? No, you don't know them. Look at this shit. Shit go on and on. Let's keep it going. Look at all these pics, bro. That's in Beverly Hills. All my pics for Terrence Crawford, Bo Mack. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence. You know, that's when Errol Spence said, you ain't fought nobody. And we all know how that turned out. He beat the hot dog juice out of him. Check this out now. You know what I'm saying? This was down here for Andre Ward, book release. His documentary release. Look at all these now. Come on, man. Y'all better pay attention to him. Dante Benjamin. Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures of Jai when he was up there fighting a guy who used to fight light heavyweight. Look at that. That was an exciting fight right there. That's what I'm there to do. Keep going. Look now. Look, $1 Million Molly. Pay attention to him. He gonna be on deck. 3-time national champion. I know if you don't want to watch it, that's cool. Look at this pic right here from the rafters. Come on, man. Come on. Look at that shit. Yeah, people get up and leave when you show them what the work is. I'm like, that's Xander Zayas right there. I thought y'all fucking with Xander. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Look at Jerry Anderson, just got the knockout, bro. Look at all these picks. These are work picks. These are work picks. Look at that. Jerry Anderson and Jerry Forrest. Look at this pick. Keyshawn. That's me, shawty. I'm up here working. What am I sitting up here talking about? Like people saying they don't fuck with me. Like, nigga, I'm trying to better my craft as a photographer, dog. I'm trying to better my craft as a photographer. Look at this other fight with Jahad Tucker. Look at those shots, man. Come on, man. This is the archives, man. This is what I post on my freaking personal Facebook shit. I'm working. That's memories right there, man. Look at that shit. What are they talking about? I'm working when I'm at these motherfuckers, man. I'm working. Look at all these damn pics. This is my personal Facebook page now. I'm working, y'all. Look at this shit. Look, that's my shit, bro. Shout out to Shoo Shoo. That's my shit. Look at Robisa Ramirez, Eltran. Look at all the pictures y'all don't get to see. Look at him when he knocked out Abraham Nova. You know what I'm saying? The shot heard all around the world. You know what I'm saying? Where's the knockout shot? Did I even post that shit? I know I probably did. Look at the old Cash Flow Diaz. He said he's done with all the freaking hair and sitting in the chair for a long period of time. Come on, bro. What do they think I be doing? That's what me and Sean News be doing at the fight, man. Look at all these fight pics, bro. Look at Shoo Shoo. Look at Shoo Shoo. Man, all these fights. Look, I can keep going forever and day. Look at Jahad Tucker. Money shots. Money shots. I'm not just posting shots of him. I'm posting shots of the opponents too. Money shots, man. Damn good fight. Money shots. Look at that shit, man. Come on, bro. What do you think? What do you think I'm be doing up in this motherfucker, man? Look at this shit. That's Joe Smith and Artur Beterbiev, and they worrying about numbers on a channel, dog. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Look at Team Tucker official, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is after every fight. Look at Team Tucker official, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. These dudes busy worrying about the wrong thing, man. I'm there to catch moments, there's natural moments, man, of the team. These cats right here, his father in the black, Coach Terry in the middle, Jahal on the far right. You know what I'm saying? That's Team Tucker right there. And after pitch is Joe Daney. Can't forget about Joe Daney. That's Cash Flow's father that you just seen on TV right here. That was doing mitts with him in his corner. And that's music. Jahad's father. This shit y'all can't. This shit that y'all don't see because it's on my IG and shit like that. In case you just go in there, but I'm giving you exclusive right now. Look at this shit right here. Michael Sears, Cannon Hands, AK Cannon Hands, out of GA. I guess I showed him love. We in New York City, y'all. And I interviewed him right up there when it was cold out there. He did an interview. Shout out to Cannon Hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? He the one that went in there with Alida Alvarez and shit like that. A tour Baturbiev or Better Beef. You know what I'm saying? These are my picks too. I'm trying to go there and get some motherfucking work. I know people don't want to wait around and see this shit, but I gotta show it to you. I gotta show it to you because they just don't get it. Look at this nice one. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even put a whole lot of editing into these. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Amateurs. Look at that. Amateur tournament in South Carolina. Amateur boxing. You see any other media guy over there? No. When was this? 2022. And get out of here, bro. Look at all this. Amateurs. Shout out to Gladden Boxing. Amateur boxing, bro. But they're worrying about numbers of WCS. They are saying, oh, man, he's a clown. Nigga, you need to get off your ass and learn how to go to a fight week. That's a lot of you cats. It ain't just standing from the mic coming up with a topic. That's easy. That shit is boring to me. That shit is boring to me, man. Look at Ray Mercer up here. Look at Coach Frazier. You know what I'm saying? Glam Boxing Academy. That's amateur tournament, bro. Let's keep it going. Shout out to Dominique Neal Boxing Academy. Amateur boxing. Look at this shit now. Look at all these picks that I had to go through and picks. This is my personal Facebook. I never showed any of this shit before. I'm talking about what I have in my archives on my own personal shit. Look at it. Look at the shit now. Look at all these amateur picks and all that. I'm not just going around here hopping on the bandwagon of a fighter who has a championship. This is amateur pictures, y'all. Amateur. The catalog goes on and on and on and on. On and on to the break of dawn. Shaw News, they don't get it. They don't get it, bro. I'm not just up here doing freaking top rank events and professional events. I do amateur events too. Look at all these pictures of these youngins. Come on, man. Not to mention, I post a lot of these on my page too, my World Combat Sports page too. Look how young these dudes are, man. How young these fighters are. They end up banging out, man. Look at that shit. I didn't even put my tag on them. I didn't even watermark them, dog. Look at this. Amateurs. Amateurs. People show up to one amateur and they go to the event and take pictures of themselves. I take pictures of the fighters. I take pictures of the fighters, bro. They go there and take pictures of themselves and shit like that is the focal point. The kids are the focal point. The fighters are the focal point. They think shit easy just to come online and talk about what you don't like about another channel. Look at this shit now. Look at this shit. How are people up here tripping and act like a nigga ain't goddamn doing what he doing down this motherfucker? Amateur, professional, whatever. I put the time in. Look at this. This is my own personal shit, man. Look at this shit. It goes on forever and a day now. I want to give y'all a little gander into my world now. They say I don't do shit. Look at this shit right here. Shout out to Showdown at the PD, another amateur tournament. I'm up there with Coach Larry Frazier, my Marine Corps partner. Look at it, professionalism. And they busy up here acting like, what? What? What are you talking about? Look at this. Look at this shit right here. Look at this pick I got of Shakur, bro. That's after his fight with Oscar Valdez, bro. Look at that shit. Y'all know who this is, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at the Transformer. Ring girl. Come on, man. What they saying I'm not doing? Look at Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. Man, tell me that ain't a classic pick, man. Tell me that ain't a classic pick. You know what I'm saying? Look at Wally Moses. Shout out to Wally Moses, man. Who is that right there? Who is that right there? Y'all know who that is, right? Eddie Reynoso. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Once again, regional card. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Skip. Look at that. Shout out to Andrew, a.k.a. White Lightning. Keep your eye on him. Look at these moments. You know what I'm saying? No, they say WCS ain't doing shit. They busy want to sit up here and think that that's all you have to think about is setting up, turning on the freaking ring light, and that's it. No, go put the work in, bro. Go put the work in. Look at that. Put the work in. Look at me and your Dennis Ugas. You know what I'm saying? Najee Lopez. You know what I'm saying? The Buckhead Fight Club. Shout out to the Lopez brothers. They out of Georgia. Look at these moments right here. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. I'm just snapping the camera. You know who that is, right? I went to the Olympic training facility. He ended up winning gold. Do your research. Do your research. Y'all know who this is, right? Hakeem Rothman. Come on, bro. I even had a little bit of facial hair for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Shouty. Look at this old picture of Teofimo Lopez, man. That's before he was champ. Look at this shit. Julius Ndongo. Come on, man. Look at this. Come on, man. With the twins. The Streeter twins. In Vegas, y'all. In Vegas, man. Look at this. This is Jake Paul and Ben Askren. This is down here in Atlanta. This is all my shit, right? Look. Jared Cooney, bro. They up here sleeping, bro. Check this out. The Punisher himself, man. The Punisher himself. Look at that. Kenny Bayless. They talking about they ain't doing shit, bro. I'm not thinking about all that other shit. How can you say, man, the nigga ain't shit, man? Like I ain't fucking with him. Nigga, you know how many places I've been and I'm just working? Look at this. This is a PBC event, Wilder Ortiz, bro. At the time where I was actually working PBC cards. Come on, man. Look at this shit. Who is that? That's Brian Norman, right? At Buckhead Fight Club. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. What's this right here? Money shots. Money shots. Money shots. I'm just saying now. Shout out to Maybach Hot, Coach Mustafa, Casey Dixon, everybody in the picture, man. You know what I'm saying? How nigga know all this shit? Because it's my motherfucking picture. Look at this. Barry Richardson, Rashid Warren, and Bug. Y'all know him. He was in Creed, right? Y'all know this guy. He was in Creed, right? This is MGM. This is Vegas. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even go in here and talking. Look at it. Look at the amateurs, bro. This is in South Carolina, man. I shot the whole fight card by myself. The whole freaking fight card by myself, Shawty. And these niggas come up here and talk about like I ain't shit, like I ain't doing that, cause y'all see 20 motherfuckers in my chat. Look at this shit. Joshua Greer, we over there in NYC. Chicago boxing champ Joshua Greer Jr. He on his way back to the ring. Y'all know who this is? John Murphy. Shout out to Lights Out. I appreciate you, big dog. Legend himself. This guy used to participate in death matches. I did an interview with him. He passed away now. But shout out to Lights Out Tony, man, and John Murphy's wife for setting up that interview with him. But man, yeah, the man used to participate in death matches, bro, back in the day. Look at all this shit, bro. Look at this right here. Come on, Albert Bell and the Michael. They had a sparring over there in Buckhead Fight Club. Shout out to Hot Rod. Hot Rod set that up. Very good sparring session. Very good sparring session. Look at this shit. Tank. Man, I got catalogs for days, bro. I got catalogs for days. Look at that. Andrew Murphy, Roy Jones, 150, Skip Crumpler. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Y'all know who that is, right? Vito Melnicki and his team. That's Vegas, y'all. Y'all still with me over here? That's Vegas now. I'm giving y'all a tour that I never gave before. It probably won't happen again, but I'm giving you a tour, y'all. They say, yeah, they trying to look at a nigga's damn numbers. Look at this shit now. The legend himself, Michael Stafford, man, out in Cincinnati Golden Gloves. Rest in peace, my brother. Godspeed. Look at the shit I was up there taking at the Golden Gloves, man. Amateurs are important. Shout out to the Huntley, man. His sons are lethal, bro. Look at all this amateur. Taking pictures of the back. You know, just little small shit to represent the club. Look at this. You know, amateur shit, bro. Amateur. This is up in Cincinnati. I drove from the ATL all the way up. This kid right here has grown up. He's grown up. Man, these cats are grown up, man. They put some height to them. Look at all this amateur shit. This is me, solo dolo, bro. Me, solo dolo, taking these pictures and editing them on my own. And they busy want to just focus on what happens on the YTC. Tell me somebody else that got as much damn catalog out here as myself back in the day. Look at this shit. That's Shakur and Jamel Herring, bro. Sugar Burt, Evan Holyfield. Look at that. Come on, man. Duke Reagan, Michael Stafford, Richardson Hitchens, and Levi the Cut Man. Come on, bro. What are they doing? What are you talking about? Look, there go Wally Moses again. I think this is when we was in Georgia, I think. Look at that. Mario Barrios down here in the A. This fight with Tank. Deontay. This is when he was on Flatbush opening up his store. Capture, lens the moment, right? Lens the moment. Look at this. Who can look? What content creator can tell you that they got in Boylan Street Recreational Center? They got this picture. Shakur Stevenson with the mayor of Newark, Joshua Greer Jr. and the kids over there. Who got this picture? Me. I went up there to cover this shit. I went over there to cover it. Yes, pictures like this. Come on, man. What you talking about, dog? I got archives for days. Who can tell me where this shit was at? I'll tell you, it was Nashville, Tennessee. I went up there to see Caleb Plant fight Vincent Feigenboots. Shout out to Robert Easter. Come on, man. Look at this shit right here. You know who that is, right? Diego Magdaleno. Austin Delay. Austin Delay team didn't want to interview with me because I said that I don't think he can freaking handle, you know, what Diego was going to give him. And you can see for yourself, it was a tough night for Austin Delay. He ended up taking the L. But anyway, you know, Kevin Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Kevin Cunningham say the blacks don't support each other. It looked like this black photographer and media was supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Look at this pic. That's Diego Magdaleno out this fight. That's Austin Delay and his team. But come on, it's a format to do this shit. You got to know how to do it. Look at Vincent Feigenboots coming out the tunnel. I got some jewels in this motherfucking man. This all on hard drive in case, you know. Do your research on this guy right here. Who you think that is? Do your research. Look at this right here. Look at it. I don't know if y'all want to see this, but this was during the time where they was having protests down in the city of Atlanta. I was down there by my dolo. Yeah, this me. Capturing the protest, y'all. In the blazing ass heat. Look at the mayor. Look at that. That's me. All these pictures of me, man. Look at this picture right here. Stop killing us. Breonna Taylor. I know a lot of people don't want to look at stuff like that. I'm just telling you, man. Look at Black Cowboy. Come on, man. Come on, bro. I mean, how do people come to the conclusion to say it's just all about boxing with me, man? Like, I got an incredible freaking archive. Look at this shit right here. Look at Gamboa down here in the A when he was about to face freaking Gervonta Davis. Look at all those people on the stage. Evander Holyfield, Team Punisher. You know what I'm saying? Dada 5000 over here with the red hair. Dikembe Mutombo, Lil Kim, Andre Berto, Carissa Shields, Marcus Brown. And that's, look, you know who this is? Edgar Berlanga. Look at that. Lionel Thompson. In there fighting Jose Uzcategui, who Caleb Plant beat. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Badu Jack, Lionel Thompson. Man, what are they talking about, people? Maybe you can pass the word. Who else has a catalog like this? And they sit over here and think that it's all about the numbers? Check this out. I put my camera up on a pod, my other camera, and put it on a timer and took this in a cherry blossom field on my way to an amateur tournament. I never even told anybody that. That look at that. Come on, man. Shout out to Dominique, man. Robson Neal Boxing Academy up in South Carolina. Look at this shit. Tank and Calvin Ford. Two legends, man. You know what I'm saying? PBC event. Look at that. Malik Hawkins. I shot this fight ringside, man. Shout out to the Iceman. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Darwin Price. That was a good fight right here. That was a good fight. He ended up being injured. Darwin Price ended up being injured though. But that was a good fight right there. Look at that shit. That's ringside, y'all. That's a PBC event now. Like I said before, people focus on the wrong shit. They busy up here focusing on numbers. I ain't trying to be no motherfucking Harold, Johnny Carson. Look at this shit. I would do this any day besides sitting behind the microphone. Look at this shit. Look at the goddamn money shots on this mother. You know, shout out to Kenny Ellis, Calvin Ford. Come on. Look at Casey Dixon, Lopez brothers. Another picture when their father over here was still alive. He ended up passing away. Salute to him. Look at this. Look at this treasure chest, man. This is me editing all this shit on my own. Learning the game. You know what I'm saying? Look at this right here, man. This is Deontay Wilder coming down for his fight with his team. You know what I'm saying? That is Joey Beltran, legendary freaking MMA bare knuckle fighter. That's down in Florida. You know, Max Kellerman, Shane Williams. Deion Nicholson, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Equalizer. Man, I got shit for days. Look at this. Y'all know who that is? Do y'all know which one that is? That's Marcus Watson. And no, him and his brothers not twins. Look at this right here. Oscar Valdez, Eddie Reynoso in the background. My shit is not even focused clearly because I didn't even have the damn focus set properly. Look at this shit. Look at this. Eric Moon in there being worked out by Team Punisher in downtown Atlanta. That's my shit. Look at that. They worked that man. They put that man through a workout. One thing I say about Eric Moon, he always in shape. Larry Frazier amateur tournament again. Just in case y'all want to go there, showdown in the PD, one more round. Roy Jones down at Bodyhead Island. Who you can got? Them all the Montgomery brothers and their father right here. Them all the Montgomery brothers. Now one of them don't box no more, but I know the one in the middle, Malik, he still boxes, and the one to the right, I believe. But you know, family and all that, from what I understood, I'm not sure, but yeah. Reggie Barnett, he was a bare knuckle fighting champion. Look at this tank pick. It's too many, dog. Look, I got a museum of shit. Look at this shit. Amateur, bro. Look at Money Powell. Come on, bro. Classic. Edgar Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? Peter Kahn. Man, come on, niggas. Numbers. Worry about these picks, man. Chop. Look at this shit, man. My boy Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Antonio Tarver down there in Florida. Y'all know who this is. Jason Rosario. The list goes on and on. Y'all know who this is, right? Yeah, Diddy James, shawty. Who is this? Dylan Price. Used to be signed to TMT. Her whole crew, man. Including Mayweather's cousin. You know what I'm saying? And Nate Robinson. Not Nate Robinson, Nate Campbell. And his father right here. Both of these guys have gotten bigger. His little brother's bigger than he is now. Look at this. Romain Stavern. I can't make this up. Look at my boy Gilberto Ramirez, who's in Texas. The shit go on and on. Look. Legend, Hall of Famer, Jim Gray. Look at that. Before he was fully up out the picture. Who can say they got a picture with James DeGale, man? Come on, bro. Cool cat. Come on, man. I got a picture with Ernie Shavers, dog. Ernie Shavers? One of the hardest hitting boxers ever. Come on, man. Buddy McGirt. Come on, they talking about numbers. They ain't talking about content. Who was paying my way? If real talk, who was paying my way in this motherfucker? Who was paying my way? Look at that. Al Bernstein, the legend himself. Look at Kevin Kelly, bro. Look at that. Sergey Kovalev, man. And she's a Hall of Famer too, man. You seen all my Crawford pictures. Lights out. James Toney, baby. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on and on. You know, you got the Bronze Bomber in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Bronze Bomber. Y'all know who this is, right? Mauricio Suleiman, Miss Suleiman. Yeah, we was in NYC. Well, we was in Brooklyn that day. That shit was lit. That shit was lit. Dillian White. That's late at night. Look at my eyes. That's late at night. I have to catch him in the restaurant. Look at that shit, man. The shit don't stop. Look at all these pictures. Look at all those pictures, man. Different lighting, different editing. All my shit. And they up here talking about what? Like I can't do, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna brag on my motherfucking self. Look at this shit. This is Adrian Broner down here in the A with Tank Davis. Look at that old pick of Tank. Team Tank. Look at that shit, bro. Check out this guy record right here, man. I'm not even gonna give his name. I'm not even gonna do him like that. Shout out to the sniper, man. The crazy part about this picture is that neither one of these guys is still in boxing. This guy right here, from my understanding, the short one, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's locked up for like 12 years. You know what I'm saying? This is a Puerto Rican fighter. I forgot his name, man. Dominican. He might be Dominican. I forgot. I don't want to fuck him up, but man, he go all out, man. That motherfucker right there is all about the hands being thrown for real. He is a freaking fire pack, man. Look at these money shots, man. You just can't go in there just snapping away and put a million frames up there. You gotta know what you're doing, when to do it. Look at that. Who knows? Who knows? Who can tell me who in that picture? I know y'all know who Yaya is. Fernando Bunch. Who's the guy in the middle? Oh, Core Picks. Look at Xander Zayas over here. When he had the braids. Nico Ali. Hot Rod. Look at all these picks, man. They go on for days. Look at this shit. Look at this picture I got of Floyd. Look at all those chains. Let me get the other one that I got of Floyd. Where is it? Look at this picture I got of Floyd. I didn't hardly do any editing to it. Look at that pic right there. Look at that, man. This shit go on for days, man. Look at Team Punisher in the building. Down here in the A. Coach Mustafa. That's Tank's mother. Mario Barrios and Tank. Team go, and look, the pictures go on and on for days, man. That's all I'm gonna give you today. I'm not gonna go all the way down, but I just wanted to put it out there, bro. Like, man, you know, I've taken some steps in places. You feel me? You know, my cameras done lens the moment for a lot of freaking fighters, man. So when you hear people talk about numbers and all this other shit, yeah, it's good. You can make your super chats and all that, but don't come talking about somebody like they ain't did nothing with boxing, anything like that. Like, no, that's just not the case, bro. Come on, man. When I hear shit like so and so ain't fucking with me, like I ain't doing shit, like, bro, I give everybody, 100%, the respect right off the rip. But it's hard to please these fighters and show some type of freaking posts without them saying, "Oh man, so and so dick riding, they this, that, and the other." But a lot of these fighters, I was freaking a hold up before they even got any type of fame. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, "Oh, you walking up to them," you can't get everybody. I don't want to be Ellie. I don't want to travel everywhere and be in all those. For what? I already deployed majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? Majority of my life, I deployed all over the world. I ain't trying to go over here and say, "Oh, I just want to travel, travel, travel." I ain't trying to do that shit. What's going on, Nelly Content Entertainment? What's good with it? Salute to you. Yeah, man. These people be up here tripping, man. I have no idea. I don't know. Okay, what's up? What's up with it, OG? I didn't even see you over here. I was busy doing. What's with it, OG? Shout out to Tony Boswell. Much respect at WCS in the chat. Stopped in and show support and hit the like button. Just got in from work. Salute to you there, Tony. No doubt about it, brother. I know, right? They be taking selfies, bro. You know what I'm saying? They be taking selfies, bro. I don't even think you can click on that. The OG. I don't know. I don't know if you can click on that link or not. I don't know if you've been on here before, but I just see Diddy James. Yeah, you saw Diddy James. I'm just saying, man, like they don't be knowing, do they, Shaw? They busy up here looking at the numbers, man. Motherfuckers be out here coming. Look, I can come home according to how many damn fights, according to how many rounds, right? A 4-round fight, if it's really, really like they're active and they're really, engaging one another, I'm telling you, you shoot a fight card, you can come up out with 15,000 plus frames, man. Easy. You can come up with 15,000 plus frames only to get maybe about 15 good solid money shots. Um, you know, out of all the fights, maybe 15, 20. But they got the new cameras out there, the mirrorless or whatever, that you can get a lot more sharper, quicker frame per second and shit like that. But yeah, man, that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Smothering your shots repeatedly isn't the media's fault. WCS shot news Timothy Bradley. Throwing hard shots damn near every time isn't on the media either. Our culture needs to start accepting criticism. I agree, man. Hey, you couldn't have said it better, man. You couldn't have said it better when it comes down. We need to be able to accept criticism. Like, damn, if I don't criticize and I come up here and sugarcoat it, it's dick ride, right? That's what they say. It's dick ride. But if you criticize and you keep it neutral, then you ain't being a real nigga. What? I mean, god damn, dude. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't get that shit. I don't get that shit right there. I don't get that. I don't get that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't get that shit right there. On the Brown on deck, what's good? Salute WCS. and the hottest chat in the game. I appreciate you there, Arnold, in the building. I see you in the building, OG. John on deck, man. Shout out to Team Punisher in the building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Team Punisher in the building. That shit was wild, but I'm happy for them guys. Yeah, man. Once you heard it, the weekend's instruction I heard in a while. That's dope, Cap. For real, for real. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, telling you like. I remember Mike Stafford said when I was up there covering the amateur tournament, he said to me, he said, man, I like him because he's just going around here from ring to ring shooting the fighters. I don't have to tell him what to do. I don't have to tell him nothing. I don't even know he even here. Then somebody say, well, you are talking about a retired Marine. Oh, I didn't know he was retired. Okay. That explains it. I mean, I was there, interviewing, taking pictures of these youngins, all that shit, bro. But people just want to look at motherfucking channel and wonder how many super chats you getting, bro. That ain't it, man. That shit ain't it. It's more than super chats. You meet a lot of good people. You might meet a lot of good boxers that's on the come up. I didn't even get down to when Cincinnati came down here and challenged the Atlanta amateurs. Cincinnati amateurs challenged the Atlanta amateurs. That was a good tournament. I ain't gonna lie. That was a motherfucking good tournament. That was a good tournament. Unfortunately, the promoter was on some bullshit, but that was a good tournament. Let me get to Shakur Stevenson. All right, this is my thoughts on Shakur Stevenson. I know the crowd was booing and a lot of people felt that, well, Shakur was in there playing it safe. And, as I kept looking at that fight, I said before, I hope Shakur Stevenson doesn't have another Toka Conclari or Jeremiah Nakathila freaking performance. And that's exactly what he did. He played it safe. Now, in this particular 3 division, he was in there fighting for a WBC belt. This fight that he just had isn't going to increase his stock as a champion or a potential pay-per-view fight. People are going to look at that like, bro, oh my God. Like, for somebody, so for fight fans who was impatient, they'll look at it like, oh my God, I can't believe you did us like this. But I look at it in a different sense, right? I look at it in a different sense where, yeah, he played it smart to make sure he boxed. He did outbox Edwin De Los Santos. It wasn't pretty, but he boxed. It's up to the Santos to freaking close the distance and make him pay. It's up to him to take risks too. It was up to both fighters to take risks. One fighter was having a bit more advantage at basically boxing the gap, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? He was boxing the gap. He was right there. He knew what his range was, like Shakur does. He was able to box at a distance properly and efficiently, and that's what it was. It didn't look pretty at all. In some cases, I was like, wow, De Los Santos is fainting as shit. Look, he was fainting Shakur out his draws, dog. Like, De Los Santos was fainting Shakur Stevenson out his draws. I'm like, damn, he fainted and like cat-like reflexes, Shakur had moved back like 4 or 5 feet. But when I look at, him gaining the title first and foremost, now he's legit 3-division champion. People criticize Tank Davis for having secondary belts at 135 and 140. And they say he and them ain't championships. But yes, boxing say they are. So you take Tank having the WBAs, but yet he's a more exciting fighter, a freaking showstopper. He has the power. He's going to give you that climactic moment you're looking for. Whereas Shakur Stevenson, there's been times where he's going to be considered one of these fighters who just want to box when people want him to fight. And they kind of did the same thing with Floyd Mayweather at times. But Floyd, one thing about Floyd, he didn't give a damn what you thought. He was in there for him. He was in there on how he wanted to fight, the conclusion that he wanted to have. You're gonna have the conclusion that I want. You're gonna have the story ending the way I wanted the story to end, not the way you want it to end. If you want me to fight, faster, then goddamn speed up the replay. You know what I'm saying? When this shit is over with, go speed up the replay, put it on a higher playback speed, and then you get what you want. But obviously Shakur didn't care nothing about what the crowd was born about. He just wanted to get to the end. Now I don't know if he had an injury. I don't know if he overtrained. I don't know any of that shit, bro. I just know that fight, to the casual boxing fan and to some hardcore fans, they're gonna say, man, that shit was tiresome. You know what I'm saying? That shit was tough to watch. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough action. And then others who are educated minds, they're gonna look at it like he boxed them. That's what the sweet science is about. Shakur Stevenson showed you that the sweet science can be about boxing, not about what you want him to do, but what he want him to do to get the end game. What's the end game? To get the WBC belt. That's the end game, and not get hurt in the process. But neither fighter seemed like they wanted to take a risk, and this is gonna hurt Shakur, man. The way people seeing that fight, it's gonna hurt it's gonna hurt people want to come see him fight a big fight. Because check this out. Let's take Devin Haney and let's take Shakur Stevenson. And let's compare Devin Haney's performances to George Kambosos compared to Shakur Stevenson to Edwin De Los Santos, right? Forget about the power aspect of it. Devin Haney went in there and put more effort by 5 million jabs. And he was active. He was active for both fights. Shakur Stevenson was very inactive for this fight, but he still boxed. He still landed the scoring shots enough to win the fight. So you take it as you may, man. You're not gonna get everything you want with this shit. But I'm not gonna criticize Shakur like that, because that's a part of the sweet science. Certain layers of the sweet science is extremely boring, and we've seen that when Shakur was up there fighting De Los Santos. Now, being he has a WBC belt, yes, he's a 3-weight world champion. Is that gonna hurt him for big fights? Yes, man. They're gonna dog the shit out of him. I heard, so many people criticizing Shakur, but those are not real boxing fans. They don't know what the sweet science consists of. All they want to do is say, I want bang, bang, bang. I want you to goddamn throw wild punches. I want you to go at it. I want you to take risks. But these same people, if you would have took risks against a fighter that was fresh and had that power, and you got knocked down, then you can understand that you may not get the same waiver, therapeutic exemption than some of these fighters get when they get knocked to the ground, bro. You're not going to get the therapeutic exemption where you get up and say, oh man, so-and-so got up. Oh, they tough. Oh my God, they tough. Good shit. Good. No, that don't happen with black fighters like that. You get knocked down, people start saying, oh man, so-and-so got a fucked up chin. Devin haven't even been on the canvas yet. And he got hurt by Linares after dominating the first 9 rounds. And they still talk about that shit. Crawford, he got hurt by Gamboa, and that shit was 15, 20, 30 years ago. They still talk about it like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? They still talk about that shit like it's yesterday, bro. Yeah, Sammy, you know what I'm saying? Got to keep the receipts, man. You got to keep the receipts. Shout out to Sir Senior. What's good with it? But man, y'all hold it down and keep your ears, you know what I'm saying, attentive to the productive content. And also, you know what I'm saying, Jahad Tucker them will be back on deck. You know what I'm saying, December 9th. That's going to be a pretty decent card, to be honest. He's going in there with the guy who's ranked. Jahad Tucker is going in there with the guy who's ranked top 5 in the middleweight division. You know what I'm saying? This is a ranked opponent that he's going to be facing in at 154, right? And he's ranked in the top 5 in the middleweight division. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you his name right now. Hold on for a second. So it's going to be a good fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Jahad, one of the most exciting fighters in boxing. So his name, let me see. They don't. Oh yeah. So his opponent's 13-0. And let me go back over here. I know they didn't do that. Let me check again. So that's funny. Hold up before I say anything. That's funny. They removed him out the rankings at middleweight, so it wouldn't look bad. His name is Francisco Verón, and they moved him from the rankings. Oh no, he didn't. He's at the WBA. No, he didn't. He's number 5. Francisco Verón. He's ranked number 5 at middleweight. That's who Jahad Tucker is facing next at 160. You know what I'm saying? At 160. So he's facing the guy that's in the rankings, and he's Olympian too. He's an Olympian fighter. That's gonna be a good scrap. I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a real good scrap. But that's who he's facing. He's ranked number 5 in the WBA. But once again, big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and Game A-Side official. Y'all already know what it is. Next week it goes down. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at the end of the day, thank y'all for supporting the channel. Salute to everyone who click, like, share. And we should do it again. In the meantime, I'm out.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.